Cyclone Gelena remains a significant threat to Mauritius this evening, a Category 3 storm with winds of 120 miles per hour and a pressure of 958 millibars as of 8 p.m. Mauritius time this February the 8th. The storm is still some distance away from Mauritius right now, but it will pass through overnight into tomorrow, and this is what it says on the CDPS scale right now, stage 4. Extensive damage possible from this storm, although it is likely to move further east now, could move far enough towards the east that Mauritius gets away without any tropical storm force winds. There's the wind field right now, and it will continue on a movement towards the southeast and could deliver some significant winds to Rodrigues. As it is right now, 262 miles from St. Brandon, 304 miles from Port Louis in Mauritius, and 560 from Rodrigues. This storm is going to speed up over the next 24 hours as it passes Mauritius and then makes towards Rodrigues. Class 2 warnings in effect still for Mauritius. Depending on where the storm goes, that could rise even further. At the minute, probably not going to happen anytime soon, at least not until tomorrow. So this is a look at what we're expecting over the next few days. The graphics are a little bit jumpy there, but you can see the storm moving significantly north of Mauritius and then very close to Rodrigues, just towards the south, Saturday night into Sunday. We're looking for the daylight hours of Saturday to be the closest approach times for Mauritius, and it's going to be Saturday night into the early hours of Sunday morning for Rodrigues. Funny enough, you can see the storm still surviving into midweek next week as it moves out into the open ocean before eventually moving off towards the southeast once again, out towards the mid-latitudes. Sea surface temperatures look like this, certainly warm enough to sustain a storm of this magnitude, 28 or 29 degrees Celsius. And here is a look at the wind forecast now. Over the next 48 hours is the bit we're looking at the most, passing in between the gap between Mauritius and St. Brandon, but then possibly giving a direct impact to Rodrigues, and then moving on towards the southeast. Could be a Category 3 maybe by the time it reaches Rodrigues if it's still doing really well. It could be weaker by then, hopefully it won't be any stronger. The storm is expected to peak in the next 24 hours, so when it's making its closest pass to Mauritius, it could even be a strong Category 4, but the chance of tropical storm force winds on Mauritius itself, because it's on the dry side and the weakest side of the storm when it passes to the east, only a 10% chance of storm force winds in Port Louis, and even less in other parts of Mauritius. 77% chance of tropical storm force winds on Rodrigues. According to the models, the HWRF wants it to be a Category 5. We'll have to do a really big job in the next 12 hours to get there. I don't think that's going to happen. Wind shear is low to moderate. It is going to rise if you take the GFS model solution there. And interestingly, the HWRF has it doing a U-turn at the very end of the run. It will be a weak system by then, and it probably won't be coming back to Mauritius, so I wouldn't be worrying about that at this point. Here is the latest satellite imagery then to see how it's been doing. Now this is actually a bit misleading because that's not actually Mauritius down at the bottom. The outlines have really messed up on these graphics. Mauritius is actually off the screen just a little bit to the south of where that fake outline is. But the storm is continuing to move towards the area. Of course, it's delivered some significant rain showers throughout today, and those will continue overnight. The main bulk of the storm will probably just about stay offshore, but if it does strike, it will be early on Saturday morning. We'll have more updates coming up midnight. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you may well be. Good chance of that. Subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. You can see more information about all the benefits involved by visiting patreon.com/Force13. Of course, you can come into direct contact with us by messaging Fool13 on Discord at extension 9094 and Force13 on Skype. And our partners are also doing updates, Mateo e Cyclone Maurice on Facebook.